Welcome to Ask a Puppy Trainer Show. This is where we answer all of your questions about puppyhood. I'm Bethany.
And I'm Sparky from the Puppy Academy.
If you have a puppy question you need help with, join us live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time on Instagram or TikTok at the Puppy Academy.
This is where we tackle your toughest training challenges and guide new puppy parents on how to make puppyhood easy.
If you're ready for more in-depth puppy help right now, check out our online school at thepuppyacademy.com to have us personally guide you through every step of puppyhood and in raising a happy, well-mannered pup.
We're excited you're here. And now, let's get to the show.
Bethany, Sparky, 221.
Perfect.
There we go.
Perfect.
This is Snowflake, right? Yeah.
This is
Dakota,
Snowflake.
come here.
Anyone who wants their questions answered, we have a few people that sent them in. We also tend to answer the ones in the chat more often. We like the back and forth. So if we're answering your question on paper or answering a question on the screen and you have a follow-up, throw it in. We'll probably get to it.
There we go.
And,
so I'm on Instagram. Are you on Tickety Talk?
Yes.
No, you're not. Pull up Tickety Talk.
Yes. Are you nibbling on my shirt?
So cute. Okay, you guys got to see this. So she, I believe, is an all-white dog, I think, except, look at this. Look at this little brown spot.
A little brown spot on the ear.
Oh my gosh. Snowflake. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You're so little and young. Let's see what this says. Yep, Snowflake. Oh my gosh. Perfect name. Perfect name. All right. So you want to do one of those to start with?
Yeah, I sure would. Okay. From Swap Something. Okay. How soon can I start training my 4-month-old maltipoo? ASAP.
Yesterday.
This puppy's a maltipoo.
Yesterday.
And she's probably 12 weeks old.
You already missed today.
Yeah.
So start today.
You guys have so many different options. One, because we have to say it, because it's the best program out there. We have our online school. You guys can definitely jump in. We're always open enrollment. You guys can, we have a ton of great videos for you guys to check out. And it all kind of follows the life cycle of your puppy's maturity over the next few months.
Yep.
That's always our recommendation.
Because it changes. Yes, you get to work with us. All right. Oh, look at those yawns.
She's cute. But yeah, I mean, you have come, play, sit down. Just start kind of looking at your basics. One of my big recommendations for little puppies is teach a food lure. One of the things that a lot of people do is they move really quick with their puppies. Get on the ground with your pup, hands and knees, and have their, like, maybe not hands and knees, but knees. Have their meal in your pouch. Grab a handful of kibble. Draw them across your body, say their name, show them the food, kind of slowly draw them across. As they start following it, good, open the hand, let them eat it out. That's basically what you're doing in the beginning. You're just starting to teach them to look to you guys for a response. As you evolve that and layer onto it, you could teach come, you could do place, which is teaching them to go to a designated area on command. You have a lot of different options with a pup.
My top go-tos is what he said, just follow me around and you get food. And then targeting place. So do a cot in the beginning. That I think that's the best thing to do. You can take the legs off when they're this size and then put the legs back on when they're full size. So targeting a cot, waiting at thresholds through body language, not sit in food if they're not motivated yet. Well, of course, a 4-month-old will be fine. You can do food as well, sit in food. And stop focusing so much on stay. Do your crate and your door thresholds. Do follow me or come work. You know, they're kind of interchangeable. And start targeting place and just don't spoil them and get them excited and not calm them back down. And man, you do that and you're golden, you know?
I'm jumping on the stay bandwagon. That is the worst command to teach a young puppy. The most common thing I see is
first.
Yeah, first. In the very beginning.
Sit, yeah, in the beginning.
Stay. Come.
Yeah.
It's not they don't understand the stay. You first have to teach them just to wait and like actually understand how to respond to your command.
They'll be pretty good at it the first few weeks, and then you'll start to see as they start to get into adolescence, those stays will become suppressive and they'll want to bust out of them. And you're like, oh man, where did that come from? And now you're not following me on a walk. Why won't you listen to me on a walk? And it's like, we just want to make sure you're shaping. You want to, when they're puppies, when they're 5 months and younger, sometimes 4 months and younger, you've got, they're in like a play drive, kind of mode. That's like their temperament at that age. It's all play. And so play with your dogs properly. Teach them a good drop it, do some blocking with thresholds, and then just let them follow you around and it'll be good.
Perfect.
I've got a question that came in already. Let's see. I'm dying to become a dog mom. My husband and I work full time. I'm eyeing a mini Schnauzer. Schnauzers are tough, just a heads
Very
up.
tough.
After a few days, because if this is your first dog, only if you have your heart set on a Schnauzer should you get a Schnauzer. But make sure you want to get a Schnauzer because you know that their job in life is to kill small animals. Like that's what they're bred to do. And they tend to be intense. They can be very dominant. They can have a very tough adolescence. So you've got to really admire them for that and be ready to work with that. If that's not why you want a Schnauzer, then I would suggest another breed for a first time.
To give you an idea, a
dog mom.
Schnauzer play look looks like most other dogs when they're getting ready to fight. That's like their standard play stance. They're so
true.
dominant and tough.
That's true. We never have a Schnauzer go through here that doesn't go through an aggression period with play and a dominant period. Yeah, like never. Like I cannot remember a Schnauzer that.
If it was really young, like 10 weeks old, maybe.
I don't care.
Maybe.
Okay, after a few days of training, would I be a terrible pup parent if I left them home from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.? If they are not in, yeah, kind of, yeah, sorry, yes.
There's a proper setup you can do, but you're still limited by a certain amount of time, even with that proper setup.
There are some exceptions, like if you're building an outdoor dog that's going to have an outdoor job, that is an exception. I say that because 100 years ago, my family bred Aussies, and they were family Aussies that did a little bit of work on the farm, but not hardcore herding, just a little bit. And that was different. But they were also around other dogs too, and so they had some of that. They weren't just alone for that long a period of time.
They have their pack.
They have their pack. Now, here's an exception. My parents purposefully have a large breed poodle mix right now that protects the property. So he has been free on the property. Part of it is fenced, part of it is not. So there's a whole thing that we went through, me helping them kind of figure that out for safety and for other things. And that's his job. I mean, he's good at it. He's not like a protector in the sense that he would bite someone unless they really challenged him because
Got some poodle in there, right?
Because somebody did. But it's a family member. Anyway.
Not every poodle's friendly.
He protects the property. And that was his job. And so literally my parents would go to work for hours and hours and hours. And he would, as a puppy, sunbathe and mess with the cats a little bit, chase them up the trees. And they got home, they would play some ball, do a little obedience training. And but that really became his job. And he takes it very seriously now. He kills groundhogs. He goes groundhog hunting every day. Most dogs don't have that. And so my point is that yes, there's a workaround, but when the dogs don't have that and they're in a pen, in the house, in the garage, all day long for that long period of time, I personally, I can't tell you what to do, but it's not something I would advise. And I would at least not in their first 3 to 5 years of being alive. You know,
There's not very much mental enrichment happening during that time. Yeah. It's a little unfair.
Yeah, it's a little unfair. And so, I think I'm just going to leave it at that. There's lots of things you can do. You can get 2 potty dog walkers, come twice a day, 15 minutes, do a little play, do a little enrichment, a potty and leave. Family members, the 16-year-old next door that you trust and wants a job. There are things that you can do. So Rover.
Did you mention Rover?
No, I didn't.
They have a service where they literally come in, take your dog out for a potty, give them like 5 minutes, 10 minutes of play, put them back in.
Just don't let them watch your dog at their home. I'll just leave it at that. Okay.
Wait. No, I have one too.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. On TikTok. Tickety-tock.
Yep. I have a 10-week-old puppy, Mini Dachshund. How do I get him to stop crying when he doesn't see me? Bethany, go.
Man. Okay, so here's the thing. Can you just watch last week's?
Or the week before,
or the week before,
the week before, the week before.
No. So here's the thing about...
We're joking, but...
Kind of. So here's the thing about actually the Mini Dachshund last week, that was not an issue that they had. It's just, we always kind of go, because it's such a common issue with that breed. It's really tough. It's like the way they're being bred, they're really popular. So I don't know if that's where the overbreeding is coming into play, but it's been a really common issue in the last handful of years.
90% of the Dachshunds we get have this issue.
To a point where it reaches severe separation anxiety within a few weeks. How old is this one?
10 weeks, I think it's
10 weeks?
10-week-old.
Okay, so
still pretty young at least.
You've had him for a couple of weeks. Okay, so we just don't want this to turn into full-blown separation anxiety. So if I'm you, and I know this about the breed, I know that this is a common problem, like Malteses, for instance. I always tell people who get a Maltese, do all your research on preventing separation anxiety. I'm going to tell the same thing to you. We could do a 2-hour show on preventing and addressing separation anxiety. So I would really dig into the research. And the reason the research is really solid, and I'm like, oh, just go on Google, is because force-free, positive reinforcement, balanced trainers. When it comes to preventing separation anxiety, there's a lot of similar threads, and I don't think you're going to get any bad advice, you know. I would also get yourself into a program. So dogs that are insecure about people coming and going, about being in sight, being out of sight, they need structure. They need to know what's next so they can have that context and that expectation, like potty training. It's like, you're going to go out your first 2 weeks with me. I'm going to take you out every hour and a half, no matter what. Even if you have an accident in crate, I'm going to take you out every hour and a half so you can depend on that and eventually learn to hold it. Sorry, my nose is itching. There's so many dogs in here. So it's the same thing with getting on a schedule. So potty schedule, work schedule, play schedule, pet schedule. I mean, be really diligent about it, because you don't want to do this right before you put them in crate, and you don't want to do this right when you take them out of crate. So everything I would really schedule out. That would be my biggest bit of advice, and you know, really consider getting into a program. We do have a good one that addresses these things. We have videos, 20-minute videos that address these things before you even get started with the active work. But I would definitely dig into that. My biggest thing would be, don't baby the dog. And start hand feeding food, not like, oh, good boy, but like, come, good, payment, place, good, payment. You know, really start hand feeding all of their meals for the next few weeks, so they see you as, you know, someone working with them, not just the soft, mushy new companion, you know.
What you pet is what you get.
Yeah.
You pet with affection, you get affection. Yeah. But remember, you start losing your believability too.
Yep. You pet excitement, you get excitement. And there is always some exceptions to that. I definitely have seen some dogs, Willow, that corgi,
yep.
She actually needed physical reassurance, not just verbal.
Like touch? Like
yeah,
actual comfort,
touch.
pressure?
Yeah, because she would get so stressed in situations, and I would be like, hey, you're fine. And she'd be like, thank God.
She's like, okay, we're good.
Thank God I'm okay.
Breath out.
Thank God, you know. But it's unusual. It's unusual that physical reassurance helps the dog rather than hurts what you're trying to accomplish. So just keep that in mind. You want to exude calm confidence. And so the way that you interact with your dog, when you interact with your dog, you're training 24/7, whether you like it or not. Just like if you're a parent of a child, you're parenting 24/7, whether you like it or not. You know, it's the same concept. So, yeah.
I got 2 more questions that are very similar.
Okay.
From Jules, any tips on how to efficiently
Can you pause for just a second? She's doing good, but I think she's had it. And I think she's like, I'm getting really bored by this, and I don't want to push her.
The pets feel good until they don't.
She's so cute.
The next step would have been her starting to nibble on Bethany.
She's getting stiff and trying to like explore, and I don't want to just sit here and hold her back, you know?
Suppressing creates frustration.
Yeah. Without direction.
From Jules, any tips on how to efficiently train a 7-month-old to be able to be alone for several hours? Great training, structure schedule.
Yep. So, and we're tying all this into what we just said, just FYI.
Lillian, can I leave my 10-week-old puppy alone in his crate?
Please.
Yeah, definitely.
Walk away.
Wait, same person. He's sleeping from 11 to 6 p.m. Or sorry, 11 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Oh, that's great.
That's great. Hibernation is a little bit different than the daytime though. So if you're getting 8 hours overnight, you'll probably get like maybe 2, maybe 3 in the daytime. 8 hours is pretty good though. You're probably following a good schedule.
It's very different training your dog to go to a space and relax when it's daylight versus nighttime. So, but that's a good start. That's a good start. Okay. Mm-hmm. Can I go?
Yes, you can go.
All right. So I've got one here that I think will be quick. And then I want to get to these right here. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I'm fine. Had a good morning. I'm fine. All right. Eliza says, is it a good idea to hand feed, like you say, from day 1 if they're used to having 3 meals a day with the breeder? I don't want to upset his stomach. I'm really glad you asked this because sometimes we don't have time for all the context in the world, and I'm really sorry about that. So I'm glad that you basically asked me to clarify myself in a nice way. Oh, sorry, I hit my mic. So you are sticking, to the best of your ability, to the 3 meals. You're just hand feeding them at the same time as you would giving a bowl. Now, if there are no potty issues, if I'm not getting the runs, I'm not getting diarrhea or anything like that, yes, sometimes I will mess up the feeding. I'll feed more throughout the day, just depending on what I'm doing with the puppy. But this is, I want you to, okay, be in my brain for a second. So let me try to be super specific. Puppy usually gets food when they first get up. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to do our relationship exercise, which is a come type of exercise. And I'm half asleep. I'm not a morning person, and no amount of coffee changes that. So I'm going to do just handfuls of food, come, handful of food, come, handful of food. They get really good at it. They're just staring at me. Come, break, handful of food on the floor while I saunter across the room or across the yard. Wait till they eat up the last piece of kibble. Come. Yay, good. Here you go. All right, that's my morning. Now, I am going to do another training session later when I'm awake, and I'm going to just use one piece of kibble at a time. And if they eat wet food, because they're so young, if I put water in their food to make it spongy or whatever the case is, I'll adjust for that. I'll wear a glove if they're eating, food for dogs or raw food or something like that. I'll still do the same thing. And now they have these pouches. Like you can put the raw, I don't know why not. I mean,
pouches? What do you mean pouches?
Like you can take a dog, you can buy the pouches, first of all. I don't know if they're healthy, but you could also just take the dog's wet food and put them in a pouch, like what a baby eats, and you can just squeeze it out into their mouth.
Oh, for treats.
It's super handy.
Oh,
super handy.
I like that.
But there is something to be said for hand feeding. Okay. So there is
different.
It is different. So in the beginning, to build that, I work for food, so sorry, just to go back to what I was saying. So let's just say it's a piece of kibble, or my dog's not as hungry. So I'll do a treat that's literally like the tip of my nail, not even my whole nail, like just a taste. And I'll work on place good, a taste that you lick off my finger. Let's go, place good, 30 repetitions of tiny, tiny bits. See how their system does. If they'll take kibble, use kibble. But the kibble that I use for that training session, I'll take out of my midday meal. Then my midday meal, maybe I'm just going to work on feeding in crate. So crate, wait for food ball. You get to eat all that up. I do that 3 times. So I split the food into 3. That's working for food. Okay. And then, so you get the gist, right? So it's not that I'm using all these treats. It's not necessarily that I'm spacing a ton of food all throughout the day. They're still getting bulk of the meal, and just like a little bit here and there. And if their system is doing good and there's no issues after a few days, and you don't got to worry about it, and you can do what's comfortable for you. Also after a week or 2, I suggest going down to, as long as there's no other issues, hand feeding, once or twice a day. And then you can just use their kibble for training, and then they eat the rest out of a bowl. So you can kind of transition.
Did you mention using a leash for that morning routine?
Well, that's not what she asked, but yeah, we use a leash for almost everything. He uses it for everything. I use it for almost everything.
For the morning one, I like a 10-foot leash though, because I like to wrap it around my waist and tie it off. So it kind of gives your puppy like 8 feet to move around you. And
yeah, for your waist. Everybody else, get a 15-foot leash.
Get a 15-foot leash.
All right.
I have a whole conversation going on TikTok right now.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, about the Dachshund. Well, someone else said, I have a 3-month-old Dachshund, goes crazy barking at other dogs during walks already. Yeah. Do you have something you want to add for that one? So not in crate.
Well, now, I don't know the age. If it's a dog under 6 months old, I would say
3 months. 3-month-old Dachshund.
That's already barking at other dogs?
Yeah,
oh, cool. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. Okay, you need to get on it. Do you know what Dachshunds are bred for? Well, you have the mini version of that. It's still a Dachshund. They literally dig holes underground, grab badgers by the throat, and pull them out. Man, I'm just on fire today.
I usually am the one who says it. You kind of took my fire right there.
And so, anyway, you need to go fulfill that. Go find yourself a farm. No, I'm just
Go
kidding.
Find yourself a hole for your Dachshund to go into. That's what Bethany's preaching to you.
Let them kill small animals. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is...
Don't save this one, Ricky.
Yeah, maybe this isn't one for the recap.
Oh, boy.
Josh, make sure you take that one clip and blast it out so we can get the type of feedback from TikTok that we've been wanting.
Maybe we should tag some of the people.
Tag some of these people, yeah. That I'm about to get into in like 5 minutes. Okay, so anyway, what you do need to do, I want to be real quick about this because I need to get some of these, is I need you to get serious about play. And so I want you to look up, oh, darn it, what do I want you to look up? I was trying to give you something simple, but I can't think of anybody. I don't know, maybe look up Blake Rodriguez. It's Dream Come True Canine. He's really into TWC right now, which is training without conflict. And it's a lot of play stuff. Now, I don't want you to go all hardcore TWC. I mean, you can if you want to. But what I really want you to be able to see is a trainer that's really focusing on how to play, like break, get it, and then out. They drop it in an instant. You know what I mean? Like, you really get that relationship where you're letting them be drivey, and then you're also controlling that drive very crisply, very effectively. But then I need you to make sure you're stopping at all your thresholds. I need you to make sure that when you go, and this is at 3 months old, I need to make sure that in your front yard or in front of your building or in your hallway of your apartment building, that you can turn, say, let's go, and your dog follows you when they see people, not dogs, but people, and a piece of food. Like, is that crisp and clean on a loose leash, or are they everywhere and not focused? Because then you've really got to focus on your fundamentals. Feel free to check out our online school too. That's what I would start with.
Most of our walk training starts in the home.
Yeah.
Hallway, living room, around the living room, make a track of your home.
Yep.
And then backyard, front yard,
yep.
driveway, sidewalk. Like, that's my order.
Yeah.
Order of operations.
Yeah. And we'll use like different tools on a dog. I've got no problem with that. But if I'm going to go for a hike with my crazy little 3-month-old because they need the outlet, I'm going to put them on a harness and I'm going to let them explore and just regularly recall them throughout. Dakota, no?
Your dog is broken. She can't settle.
Down. Yeah, you're right. It's because of my,
It's because of the box right there.
Oh, is it because of the box?
You can't lay on the box.
Oh, that was the noise. Oh, okay. I've got a giant German Shepherd in here and a Border Collie. All right. So anyway, hopefully that gives you something to think about. All right. So if you are with us, like regularly, with us, if you're fans, excuse me, a few weeks ago, one of his videos caught a lot of flack. And
which one? Oh, the crate one.
Oh no, I can't start choking now.
The crate one. Don't choke, Bethany.
Oh, like literally, I need water. Okay, I'm gonna get through this.
I just saw.
So lots of
people take things very seriously.
Okay, so guys, come on now. Like, these are clips. These are short, quick clips.
We don't have time to talk for 30 minutes on every step that
we're not always perfect, but I gotta say, I rewatched the video. I thought he was pretty clear about when you are doing a brand spanking new puppy, they go out and they get 15 minutes of activity. They get another 15 minutes of like down time. If they like needed, they might need more activity. And then it's like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour in crate for small breed dogs. And then they're out again. So if you're home, of course, it's different if you're not home. So if you're rotating that all day long, that's several hours of out time. And then the puppy should be sleeping 18 to 20 hours if they're under 12 weeks old. Then it kind of goes to maybe 16 to 20 hours.
And then they hit 2 years old and they go back up to 20.
Yeah, that's true.
Lazy.
And then it gets a little less through adolescence. So it does change, but he was really talking about like the very first step of an 8-week-old puppy. And what I thought he didn't need to be clear on is...
You're mistaken. I had to be more clear on it, I guess.
He said like 30 minutes of activity and then you're going to do crate rotation all day long. And we do another 30 minutes of supervised separation. And I know everybody doesn't, like, we're using trainer terms, and I know everybody doesn't know what that means. But it means that the dog gets to hang out with you, tethered to you on a leash, because you don't want them roaming.
That's where you get your potty accents, you're chewing, you're nipping, you're jumping, you're biting. Sorry, I'll stop.
They're in a no, it's okay, I'm just teasing. They're in a closed off area or they're in a playpen. Luckily, all of the really smart people in the comments who were like, oh my God, only 30 minutes out of crate. This is torture. Luckily, we didn't have to do a thing. Other people with a brain, other people responded to them for us. And they were like, that's not what they meant. They meant that he meant this. He meant this. He meant this. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to address any of the crazy, but we got some new crazy. So here's the thing. I'm teasing. Social media is a really good place.
We don't get mad at our watchers. We get frustrated.
Not usually.
Frustrated.
Well, but also we are reflective and self-reflective. And it's like, how could we have communicated that better as well? And so we are not just abusing these people. We are also like, how can we make sure that every time we communicate that schedule, that we're clear, a little bit more clear on that? At least I am. I don't know about you. Are you reflective at all? Self-reflective?
I'm actually probably more self-reflective than you are, I feel. I'm the one who sits on things for 2 months thinking about it.
That's only after I've argued with you about it for an hour.
I know, and I had to lose the argument, but then I self-reflect for 2 months.
It's true.
I do make huge improvements off self-reflection.
He's like a big girl. Okay. Julie says, I know. Wait, was that bad against women? Am I not allowed to say that? No, I am a woman, so I can say that. That's how that
when
works.
I get home, I'll ask my wife if that was bad for you to say.
She's going to hate
it. Yeah, she's going to hate it.
Tiffany, I'm sorry. I love you. And I am a feminist. I swear. It was just a joke. Okay. Julie says, I completely disagree. Although puppies definitely should be crate trained, they should also be exposed to exercise pens, have a little bit more space to play and move around, and then, yes, sleep.
Yeah.
Julie, girl, we agree.
Yeah.
We agree. We talk about it all the time.
Many videos.
And I'm sorry that this clip was confusing. They do not need to be confined to a small crate for 22 hours a day.
God damn, you're right. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
No,
you're absolutely right. They should not be confined to a crate for 22 hours.
Yes, that's gross. We agree. Girl, thank you for being on our team.
Do I get to do that? Girl.
No.
Do I get to do that too? You
No.
said I'm one of the girls now.
No, you act like
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know if that went my way.
Oh my, not my puppy. 3 months is so full of energy. He needs outdoor play, training games.
Agreed.
He takes lots of naps, but 30 minutes outside of the crate just seems nuts. 30 minutes a day? Like, come on.
A day? Did she say a day?
Well, that's what she implied. 30 minutes outside of the crate seems nuts. Didn't someone tell you, like, down below that that's like rotated all day long, and and you add on separation, supervised separation to that, where they can calm down, learn to be chill with you so they're out. The 30 minutes is activity. If you are doing more than 30 minutes of active training with your 3-month-old puppy,
Your dog's in the ground.
you got a problem.
Yeah.
You're overstimulating your dog and you're making them nutso. And I mean that in the sweetest way. Speaking of sweet. Sweet Pea says, I got my puppy at 10 weeks old. All of her time is out of crate unless I needed to leave her when I would crate her. She's 8 months now. Pack the crate away. We no longer need it, whether I'm home or not. That's
Nice.
great.
Some people have a really good experience with it. My first dog, Cheyenne, I did crating for maybe a few weeks in the very beginning. She got used to it. Used it when she was like 9 years old again when we got a second dog and wanted them to be safe together. Yeah, awesome. Everyone has a different experience. We love that for you.
Out of my 4 dogs, I've got 2 out of the 4 that are still crated.
Yeah, not every dog needs it. We just recommend it in the beginning for every dog for structure, potty training, and boundaries.
Yep. And I've come across lots of dogs where I'm like, nope, you're good. We can wean off of crate. But if you start with no crate and then you need crate, you are going to be in trouble. So you want to start a certain way, make sure they're getting the rest that they need, the potty training they need, the structure they need, and then adapt to the dog that you're given. Like it is our job to prevent all the insane bad behaviors. I mean, have you looked at the shelters lately? Also, can I just say that, and I'm going to do this in 60 seconds because we got to go. Can I just say that I was just watching a trainer that I really admire, that I've learned a lot from the other day. And he was really bashing food work, big time, really bashing food work. He has a totally different style, but he's very talented, and I've learned some things from him. He could learn a few things from me too, but and then I start to really look at where he lives and where he trains dogs, and it's like in the woods.
Oh, I do.
And it's like
Very rural versus urban.
his busy area, there is not a building over 2 stories anywhere. And you got to understand, we work with dogs in the city and it is tough, and they feel bombarded by the noise, the pollution, the people, the territorial dogs, and the big one that people don't think about. We don't even talk about this that much. We talk about it more. The buildings that like tower. Yeah. When you have a reactive dog, when you have a dog that's struggling in any way, and you go outside and it's not a park, like Central Park that's surrounded by buildings, or here where you've got just buildings everywhere and road noise and I have to shout because I can't hear anybody because of the freeway. But you look around and it's like, how do you think the dog feels?
The open.
It's so different. So there are different techniques that are going to work with different dogs in different places. And I hope you guys will take that into consideration about us. We work with people in apartment buildings. We work with people that live on the beach and have 0 yard and are surrounded by dogs that are barking at them like crazy. I mean, it's just going to be different. So I hope you know that about us when you take advice from us, that we literally are working dogs in one of the most difficult areas in the world. Hong Kong, downtown LA, New York City, baby. That is where we're giving advice to people. And I just hope that you'll take that with a grain of salt. Sometimes if you're like, whoa, that's really intense for me, do the intense and then don't need it and loosen up and you'll have the best dog ever. You got anything to add to that?
Nope, nada.
Bye.
Bye guys, see ya.
Thanks for tuning into Ask a Puppy Trainer Show.
We hope you found some advice that you can use to help make puppyhood a little easier.
Don't forget to join us live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Time on Instagram or TikTok at The Puppy Academy.
This is where you can get a chance to ask your burning questions in real time. And if you want even more puppy guidance, visit our website at thepuppyacademy.com for info on joining our online puppy school.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing to our podcast and leaving us a review.
These reviews let more people find us and supports us on our mission to help as many puppy parents as possible around the globe.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.